So LA got raided again. So ICE went there, massive. I think they got a report of MS-13 or gang related activities and all that. So I mean, they went through the process of locating them and who's responsible and everything like that. It was huge, man. It was. I saw it on the news, and I mean, they got cavalries, they got horses, they have you know, and all of that. So what do you know? Karen Bass, the mayor, on cue. I'm gonna stop this. They are taking all the brown people. But Decoy Voice actually cover this, and let's watch it.
Really looks like a scene out of The Patriot.
Oh, I gotta put the video on there. There you go. Decoy Voice.
And that's exactly what I voted for. As Fox News shows
Yeah,
us,
me too.
massive ICE raids have begun in the sanctuary city of Los Angeles, even carrying American flags as hundreds of Border Patrol
Who's
agents
carrying American
arrive to
flags?
clear MacArthur
Wait,
Park.
I gotta see that.
Hundreds of- even carrying
That's right. See that? America, baby. America. Now the writers, actually whoever's funding them, whoever's organizing them, they got getting pretty smart. So they started, handing out American flags to the crowd rather than the foreign flags going, at it with the with ice, so it doesn't look good. So now, the organizers and whoever's funding them, rioters, they're handing out American flags. I mean, there's videos of it. And now, Mexican Americans are, putting American and Mexican flag together, so it doesn't look like it's an invasion. I mean, could you imagine back in the day? Let's say in the 1942 or something like that, all the Japanese in the LA carrying Japanese flags, just protesting. Yeah, it doesn't look good.
American flags
Not good.
as hundreds of Border Patrol agents arrive to clear MacArthur Park, with Julio
I don't know what
Rosas
that is.
posting,
Dang.
they even brought back the armored cop cavalry.
Oh man, they got their own command too, man. Halt! And those horses, man, sometimes they get injured. They get, oh man, all those riots, people will attack the horses. They'll attack horses. And those horses can fight back. They can kick. And they also bite.
Now, LA Mayor Karen Bass posted this video
man.
of the raid, captioning it with, "Minutes before, 20 kids were playing, then the military comes through. The second I heard about it, I went to the park to tell them to end it."
Really? Seriously?
And on brand, the local Karen did arrive, as Bill Mallusion shows her getting on the phone surrounded by the press.
It's a Karen. Let me talk to your manager. Really? Does she even know why they're there? They're going to arrest those criminals, MS-13 gangs, and people who are affiliated with them. And now she's trying to protect them. I don't know if she understands that. I don't know if I don't think she understands that.
Later reporting,
I think
the Border Patrol chief that she spoke to stated, "I don't work for Karen Bass. Get used to us, as this will be normal very soon. We go anywhere, anytime we want in Los Angeles."
Based. It's like, Karen, oh man, those are federal matters, man. You don't interfere with them.
This type of energy is exactly what I voted for, as I
Exactly.
once lived near MacArthur Park, and I knew it as a place that looked pretty in pictures and TV, but was basically a lawless, homeless encampment in real life. So when the city is literally burning down, Mayor Bass is too busy partying in Africa. But when the feds
Yeah.
come in to enforce the law, our local Karen is mere minutes away to accomplish nothing but a couple sound bites for the press.
Okay, all right. Karen Bass? Oh my
Any
God.
comment, Mayor Bass?
Thank you.
Mayor Bass, any comment?
Yes, my comment is they need to leave, and they need to leave right now.
So whoever she was on the phone with, he's probably telling her that, well, we got people, MS-13 gangs and all of them. We need to arrest them and get rid of them. And we're doing you a favor, cleaning up the street, And as soon as she got off the phone, yeah, we're gonna leave. You leave now. It's all shows, man.
They need to leave because this is unacceptable.
Who did you
Yeah.
speak
Just
with?
wait and see.
Mayor Bass,
They
who?
will be leaving soon.
No,
And
they're
interestingly, when she posted her outrage on social media, she's just seeing more popular responses calling for her resignation, replying that she's crying that the kids aren't playing, but didn't seem to care that they were playing alongside criminals, with several people posting about how bad the area is on the daily.
not. What was that? Why are you okay with kids playing in this filth? Because there was no kids playing there. They might have probably stopped by. 20 kids. I never believe them. I never believe them. Especially the Karen Bass, Gavin Newsom, and all of that. When we have same problem here in Chicago area, in Illinois, we got the Chicago mayor and that Jalabine Pritzker, it's the governor. Same crap we're dealing with.
About how bad the area is on the daily, with Traffic News LA showing us MacArthur Park is no place for kids to play. As just a few months ago, even the Los Angeles Times had the mayor acknowledging how bad it is, reporting on the gang shootings, substance use, syringes, and homelessness, highlighting how the park vendors are a staple of the immigrant community, selling stolen property, substances, and even firearms. You'd think a city that just had to lay off several police employees would
Oh,
gladly
man.
accept federal assistance in cleaning up the areas that the kids play at. But
I was laughing at this because it's the immigrant. This is an immigrant neighborhood, and all that syringes and crimes and gang related illegal immigrants, maybe.
no, she can only show up when it comes to protecting the status quo of lawlessness that she's created. It's just interesting how places like Reddit will parrot those talking points, where basically this lady wrote a poem about how the parks in LA are seemingly empty now, as the ICE raids have made certain people afraid to come out.
And I wonder if anyone else
You know who's afraid to come out? Yeah, of course, the illegals. You know why they're afraid to come out? Because they've done something wrong. You know who's not afraid to come out? The citizens. The legal immigrants.
who looks like me noticed. I wonder when they will and what they will do when they notice that there are no birthday parties in the park anymore.
Where the top replies echo the absence of barbecues and picnics at the parks. How this person provides party services. The fires hurt their business, but the raids are even worse. Even going as far to say, this is purposely destroying California's economy.
Are you serious? Do they really believe that?
Conveniently ignoring the state's economy was already running a $12 billion deficit. So maybe these ICE raids aren't
Oh,
destroying your
man.
economy, as I somehow doubt the tax dollars from bouncy castles and food stands offset the $16 billion estimated for just Medicaid spending alone.
Dang.
No. Those social media posts pointing at empty spots at the park are no different than when Mayor Karen shows up to scold the cops while facing the cameras. But the most interesting aspect about all of this is these ICE raids have only increased. And there are local residents that are protesting this.
But this is some breaking news out of Los Angeles as a federal immigration enforcement operation is currently underway. You see a large crowd right there. LA Mayor Karen Bass is at the center of this large crowd. Is Mayor Bass right there demanding that the raids stop. And you can see that it's getting...
A lot of those are either, I mean, most of them probably reporters, bystanders and all of that. Trying to say what she's going to say. Probably trying to see what kind of stupid stuff she's going to say.
Getting a little physical right there as the crowd is kind of pushing towards this police vehicle.
But there's really not that many of them anymore.
It's the other. He's camera person.
What did Adams know?
Where Julio Rosa shows us maybe 3 of them are actually angry.
We are American citizens. This does not feel safe. I'm an American citizen.
What the heck is that? What is that?
Silence. I see you. And you're press? What press are you from? Who are you from? Where are you on that side?
Look at this guy.
While weeks ago, they had basically an army of activists, incredibly well coordinated and aligned with other riots all across the country.
Why? Because people don't buy them anymore. They don't buy it. They don't buy into it anymore. This is gathering like this. They're money. There's money involved in that. Organizers, money, and all that. Not anymore.
But as we discussed a couple days ago, once the IRS stated they were going to look into who's funding the riots alongside USAID being completely dismantled, suddenly they struggle to bring together even 100 activists.
Yeah, and also they are nailing down the agitators. You know, those people spitting at ICE agents, creating chaos, looting. They got them all on camera. And they're coming down on him. DOJ is counting on him. 5 years, I think, minimum 5 years imprisonment. Something like that.
Which really makes you wonder how organic this anti-ICE movement really was, as they successfully burned and looted Los Angeles, but didn't actually accomplish anything.
We're going to double down, triple down on sanctuary cities. Why? Not because we're a blue city or blue state, because we know that's where the problem is. We know they're releasing public safety threats and national security threats to the streets every day because they don't honor our detainers. We know that. We don't have that problem like in Florida, where every sheriff in the state's working with us. So where we're going to send our assets, we're going to send them where the problem is. Sanctuary cities. So I've said it before. We'll flood the zone of sanctuary cities.
There we go.
If they don't let us arrest a bad guy in the county jail, they're going to arrest him in the community. We're going to arrest him at a work site.
Yeah.
And for those that say 3,000 a day is too much, I want to remind them, do the math. We'd have to arrest 7,000 every single day for the remainder of this administration just to catch once Biden released the nation.
Imagine being one of those unpaid activists in LA that idly stood by while your city was burned and looted in solidarity with Stop and ICE, only to see 100 federal agents stomp through your city on horseback, carrying the American flag like Mel Gibson in The Patriot. So I really wonder if they're just accepting defeat, as Alligator Alcatraz is officially...
No, they're probably trying to just wait for the right time, you know, because they're waiting for their George Floyd, you know, for their a person that have been wronged, you know, so they can rally all together. Get people riled up, and then they'll fund them. You know, waiting for a group to start their own movement. You know, like a BLM, ILM, illegals, life matter. You know, something like that. That's what they're gonna do. Yeah. So Alligator Alcatraz.
open and accepting detainees.
think our viewers at home should note that this is air-conditioned facility, so if any of the news
man.
claims are keeping them out in the hot, humid South Florida, that is wrong. It's probably 62
Why would you? Okay. AC? I don't. Sometimes I do. A lot of people, homeless people, don't even have AC. Man, they're spoiled. Probably gonna eat 3 times a day. They're probably gonna be able to watch the movies and TVs they want. Oh, I don't know if they. I don't know about that, but it looks like they don't. But I'm pretty sure the kids will have those though. Now these are just detentions. So after this, they'll get deported. That's the due process.
Hey, Biden wanted me in here, okay? He wanted me. It didn't work out that way, but he wanted me in here. That son of a...
And even CNN admits this is what Americans want.
So what you're seeing
suddenly-
essentially here is a very clear indication that a majority of Americans, in fact, when they're asked this blunt question, which I believe gets at the underlying feelings, do in fact want to deport all immigrants who are here illegally. There's no arguing with these different numbers.
If you break that down to all the immigrants or illegal immigrants, I get that saying now. I mean, this should be illegal aliens, but illegal immigrants here illegally. If you have committed a crime, if you have anything to hide, you will get deported first. You are the priority. If you are a member of a gang, you are the priority. If you have committed crime while in the States, you are a priority. But if you are here with family and not done anything and in the process, and you have a pathway to like legalization, to be legalized, you have nothing to worry about. I can guarantee you that.
They're all essentially the same across 4 different pollsters.
So either they finally learned that destroying your own city does absolutely nothing for accomplishing social justice, or like I believe, their funding finally dried up and the masses don't organically destroy their own city.
They don't.
So if you appreciate my concise,
They don't.
I don't.
All right, so that's a good video by Decoy Voice. Follow him. I'm gonna put the link, video link in the description. So, all right then. Until next time, this is Frodo and Frodo Finds. If you find my video reaction cheesy, good, whatever, leave me a comment because I don't give a crap.